So if you haven't heard, Dragon Ball Super is going off the air, and it is going to be replaced by another anime. And I think that that is kind of a good thing. I have a love-hate relationship with Dragon Ball Super. On one hand, Dragon Ball Super has left me frustrated, has left me just underwhelmed, and not really sure why I continue to watch. But then at the same time, on the other hand, it has left me feeling this type of joy that comes from their slice of life episodes, from their character moments that I really valued. And the thing is that those moments are really spread out in its entire course. So on a scale, there was more frustrations and underwhelming feelings than the character moments that I love. I think that the slice of life stuff was always very great. I think that if they had just made a slice of life Dragon Ball show, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. I really love the Dr. Slump crossover stuff. I've really enjoyed the Goku versus Hit thing and Great Saiyaman film. That was really cool. They had a great moment with Videl and Gohan's marriage, and then we get to see Piccolo take care of Pan in one episode, and then we find out that 18 really values her husband. She really thinks that Krillin is a cool guy, and that's great. We got those moments, but at the same time we also got Super Saiyan Nikage or Super Saiyan Rage with no explanation. And I understand that originally there was no explanation for Super Saiyan 2 until the Buu arc, and that's fine. I get it. It's just that if it was just that, it would be fine. But then there's also the Spirit Bomb sword that just came out of nowhere, and we were just supposed to accept that that's how it ends, or that's how it is. And then we never actually seen them achieve Super Saiyan Blue. Like, where did all of that come from? It just left so many things unanswered and so many things just feeling underwhelming. The first two arcs just had us stringing along until we got to the Champa arc. And in between those little moments, between what is being adapted and what's new material, it was fun, but like I said, it's spread out. One of my favorite moments in Dragon Ball Super is the moment when the aliens come and they want to fight Satan, and Goku's down to fight until he sees Chi-Chi, and he pretends to get knocked out and just flies over the crowd and takes off with his tractor, if I remember that correctly. I'm not actually sure. Moments like that, I'm gonna treasure them because they were great. Those were some genuine fun moments, and I would have liked more of that. I would have liked a slice of life show, honestly. I don't really care so much about the fights. I've always just enjoyed more of the Toriyama humor. When I was reading the Dragon Ball manga, I always just looked for those moments when they would cut to gag. And if you enjoy those moments, you should go back and check out some of Dr. Slump, because that's all Dr. Slump is. It's just gag after gag after gag. And I think that that's where Toriyama's writing and Toriyama's storytelling really, really shines. I'm more of a fan of Dragon Ball than I am of Dragon Ball Z, and it's just because the fights are cool. They're great. It's just I'm more about the character moments and the character arcs, and I'm gonna definitely miss that. I am sad that it's gonna go in that sense, but at the same time I'm also glad that it's going to take a break, because this Universal Survival arc just went on for way too long, and then there was absolutely no substance. It felt really shallow a lot of the times, that it just felt like it was dragging. By the time that the Dragon Ball special aired and Goku and Jiren fought for that time, I really thought that at that moment in the episode count that would have been a good place to just end it. What they honestly should have done, and is what I keep hearing other people say, is that at the moment that the tournament began, that somebody should have just powered up and just knocked out all of the weaker contenders off of the stage, and that would have immediately just removed like half of it and just cut down time on the tournament. We wouldn't have to have just had it stagger for so long. Once the Champa stuff came to a close and Universe 2 exited the picture along with Universe 6, I thought that that was a great time to just take a moment and pause and just let the rest of the show just air, and I'll come back and just finish it, because I just couldn't take watching it week after week after week anymore. I think it was definitely deteriorating the viewing experience. And then on top of all of this, while I was happy that there was new Dragon Ball at first, and I was really excited about Dragon Ball Super, I always thought that we didn't necessarily need Dragon Ball Super. What would have been great for Dragon Ball if it had just been a trilogy film. I have been thinking this for years, and I never actually voiced my opinion because I never had the chance to. I think that right now is the perfect chance. I always thought that it could have just been like this the trilogy of the gods or something, where it starts off in Battle of Gods, where we learn about the concept of gods and Super Saiyan God and Beerus and God of Destruction and the universes, right? And then Resurrection F comes, and it's kind of like the middle film, and then the finale is just one final movie that wraps up the god stuff. And it could have been the Universal Survival Arc, it could have been anything else where Goku interacts with all of the other gods of destruction. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Universal Survival Arc, it could have been anything at all, just some kind of interaction with the god. And it could have been the moment where we see Goku and Vegeta master the god forms and get everything that they could possibly get out of their god training with Whis. You know, it could have been Ultra Instinct, you know, where we see it and then it just ends. Or maybe they make a fourth film and then that's the true finale. I don't know. I always just thought that the 2010s for Dragon Ball should have just been a film series. They're doing it with Digimon. I think that they could have done it with Dragon Ball, but of course that's not the way it works, and of course it was meant for Fuji TV to replace Dragon Ball Kai, and I get all of that. That's all fine. I have no grievances. I have no ill feelings towards it. Like I said, I'm happy that Dragon Ball Super exists in some aspects, but at the same time I'm also not so cool with the way they've handled it. A lot of it really feels shallow at times, and that's just what it is. It's Toriyama's writing style. He makes it up as he goes along, so there really isn't opportunity for him to delve deeper into these characters and create nuances when all he's providing is these manuscripts. It's really up to Super's writers, and they can't really diverge too far off of the path because of these things. They have to follow the manuscript. I understand all of that. While Super is off the air, and I'll definitely miss it at times, I do look forward to that Dragon Ball movie. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. Did you guys watch Dragon Ball Super? How much did you guys get into it? Are you excited about the movie? Are you sad to see it go? Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, I'm out. Thanks for watching.